obviously an exciting win Wednesday. So now the challenge is to get the guys back physically, emotionally, mentally focused on the next game after a double overtime game that took a lot of emotional equity, obviously, and some physical toll on the team. So, and get them to realize that LSU is a team that, although their record's not great in the SEC, they've played a lot of teams very good. I mean, Kentucky took the buzzer shot to beat them. Shoot, they just played Texas to a one-possession game. We lost to Texas at home. They've played a lot of other teams very close and just seem to come out on the wrong end of a lot of close games. So it's a team with some talent that and if we don't guard them better than we did Arkansas, they're going to cause problems. It's a team that hasn't quit. I think, sometimes as a coach, it's a challenge to keep your guys motivated, playing hard when things haven't necessarily gone your way, and looks like this team's still playing super hard. So, give Coach McMahon a lot of credit. Faces some adversity, and they've had some season-ending injuries and some heartbreaking losses. These guys are playing hard together and are right in the mix on most of their games here. They were in the last game. So, they've got interior play. Nwoko's shooting, leading the league in field goal percentage. McKinnon's been playing really well here lately. We got to do a much better job with our perimeter defense. Our guards haven't been as good as we need them to be on the defensive end, and we got to continue to get healthy. I thought Taylor looked better today in practice. We need to keep getting him some more confidence, just with his ability and getting his conditioning up to be able to help us. But I think we came out of the Arkansas game with no more injuries. Just got to get guys that played a lot of minutes back ready to play Saturday night. So, pretty light. They didn't do a whole lot of anything but video yesterday. Pretty light practice today, and make sure we're physically fresh for tomorrow's game.
You kind of touched on it, just not only the physical toll, but maybe the mental toll. Is this kind of like a maturity test for you guys, you feel like, going into this?
Yeah, I told them that. We're tomorrow, it'll be February 21st. We're into the last week of February. You want to be hitting your peak come the end of February, March, and we're here. This is the last week of February. So, are we going to be mature enough to finish the season well, going into tournament play without a league championship in our control? We could win out and still not win the league. So we're playing for pride. We're playing for seeding. We're playing to hit our peak. We still haven't had a full healthy roster hardly at all this year. So can we get our chemistry right? Can we see what our full potential would have been, or it still is moving forward with everybody? But yeah, I agree. It's going to be a maturity test. It's going to come down to our leadership on the team, and I think the leaders on this team are trying to do the right thing, get us going in the right direction. Houston and Trelly have been great. Houston, Trelly, Taylor, all veteran guys that came off the bench, I thought switched the energy up there in the second half quickly when we subbed them all in early in the second half. So, those guys are doing a good job leading. We continue to get, some of our younger guys that continue to lead in the way that they're comfortable and need to lead, playing hard, communicating with their teammates, being great teammates. But, yeah, it's going to be a maturity test for us in a lot of ways tomorrow.
What have you thought about London's play in the starting lineup the past few games?
You know what? Pretty good for a freshman. Obviously there's lots of things that you'd like people to do better, and you're going to continue to coach them and critique them. I thought he attacked the rim a lot harder last game. He's given us some versatility. He hit that big three in that run. He hasn't played scared at all. He's played with some aggression, some physicality, some confidence. So, he's coming. He's got a lot more in him. He's got a huge upside. But for a freshman playing, a big role on a really good team, I think he's coming along pretty well. And we need him to rebound more. We need him to be better on defense. We need him to, make some better decisions at the rim. Like, you could say the same about a lot of veteran guys, though. So I think he's playing pretty well in the role we need him to play right now.
Yeah, I just wanted to circle back something last week. You said that that Nick Saban wanted to talk to Amari Allen. Just what exactly was the dialogue?
I didn't say he wanted to talk to him. I said that he talked about him and that he was like, so he's like ultra competitive. So maybe he wants to talk to him. He didn't say that necessarily, but he, when he was here, he liked the way he played, and I like the way he plays too. I just think he's competitive. He's, there's a certain thing that with it, when I'm a basketball coach watching a football game, and we've used some football examples for our guys in the past. We showed one kid, special teams, getting knocked down. You guys probably remember the clip. The cowboy gets knocked down, up, in, makes big play. Like, there's things that resonate from coaches, fans, people involved in other sports. And most of the time that's effort, competitiveness, toughness, those types of things. And that's who Omari is. So same reason the NBA scouts love him, same reason Nick Saban loved him. So, let's get this whole team making tough, competitive, winning plays like that. Those are the kind of guys, kind of teams that people in general like to cheer for and support in sports.
Hey, Coach, obviously LeBaron was huge last game, but he only had 2 rebounds. What does he have to do to step up defensively over these next few weeks for you to be happy?
It's great improvement. He had 0 the game before, so headed the right direction. No, I mean, we need him to rebound. Like, when he gets a rebound, our offense is at a 1.41 every time he gets a defensive rebound. Extremely low sample size because he rarely gets them. But, yeah, he needs to rebound. I mean, he told us he was going to rebound against Arizona, and he went out and got 10. So he's more than capable of it. That's part of defense. Your defense isn't over until you either get a steal or the defensive rebound on a successful defensive possession. So closing the possession out with a tough rebound from our guards, particularly him, gets us out in the break faster going the other way. So the better he rebounded, the better our defense will be and the better our offense will be. And our whole game will be a lot better if he rebounded a lot more. So he only had 2, but we're, showing improvement. Went from 0 to 2.